Respect yourself and others will respect you. To practice 5 things under all circumstances constitutes perfect virtue: gravity, generosity, sincerity, earnestness, and kindness. Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home. He who exercises government by means of his virtue may be compared to the North Star. It remains in place, and all the stars turn toward it. Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but in deserving them. The most important relationship we can all have is the one we have with ourselves. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. It is the mark of an educated mind to entertain a thought without accepting it. The high-minded person must care more for the truth than for what others think. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. The shifts of fortune test the reliability of friends. Justice is the crowning glory of the virtues. Any man can make mistakes, but only an idiot persists in his error. While there is life, there is hope. Better to illuminate than merely to shine. Deliver to others the truths you've contemplated. A man has free choice to the extent that he is rational. It is not how much you do, but how much love you put into the doing. There is nothing on this earth more to be prized than true friendship. Happiness is secured through virtue. It is a good attained by man's own will. Be the change you wish to see in the world. The true measure of any society can be found in how it treats its most vulnerable members. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. I suppose leadership once meant muscles. Today it means getting along with people. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. The time is always right to do what is right. We must learn to live together as brothers, or perish together as fools. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus. One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. With guns, you can kill terrorists. With education, you can kill terrorism. When the whole world is silent, even one voice becomes powerful. We realize the importance of our voices only when we are silenced. I don't want revenge on the Taliban. I want education for their sons and daughters. Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. It always seems impossible until it's done. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Resentment is like drinking poison and hoping it kills your enemies. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Try not to become a person of success, but rather a person of value. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. Massive characters are seared with scars. Safeguarding the rights of others is the most noble end of a human being. You give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. Your daily life is your temple and your religion. To belittle, you have to be little. Raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. What you seek is seeking you. The art of knowing is knowing what to ignore. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Like what you do, and then you will do your best. Everything was so new. The whole idea of going into space was daring. In math, you're either right or wrong, and that made me a better scientist. Girls can do everything men can do, sometimes with more imagination. I never had a feeling of inferiority. I'm as good as anybody. The beginning is always today. Strengthen the female mind by enlarging it, and there will be an end to blind obedience. Virtue can only flourish among equals. Let not those who are deserted indulge false hope. I do not wish women to have power over men, but over themselves. Where there is no vision, there is no hope. I see nature as an unlimited broadcasting station through which God speaks to us every day. It is simply service that measures success. Doing common things in an uncommon way captures the world's attention. Fear of something is at the root of hate for others, and hate within destroys the hater. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. I grew up like a neglected weed, ignorant of liberty, without experience of it. I reasoned this out in my mind. Liberty or death were my only options. I never lost a single passenger on the Underground Railroad. If you hear the dogs, keep going. Don't ever stop. Culture is the widening of the mind and of the spirit. Facts are facts and will not vanish on account of your likes. The person who runs away exposes himself to more danger than one who sits quietly. The art of a people is a true mirror to their minds. Failure comes only when we forget our ideals and objectives. Trust yourself. Create the self you'll be happy to live with all your life. You can't erase the past just because it doesn't fit the present. Whether women are better than men, I cannot say, but they are certainly no worse. You can't improve on silence if the situation doesn't call for words. The dog that trots about finds a bone. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Opportunity is missed by most because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. If we did all the things we're capable of, we would astound ourselves. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The surest way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Learning never exhausts the mind. People of accomplishment rarely sit back and let things happen to them. He who loves practice without theory is like the sailor who boards ship without a rudder. Nothing strengthens authority so much as silence. The sad truth is that most evil is done by people who never decide to be good or evil. No punishment has ever possessed enough power to prevent crimes entirely. Power corresponds to the human ability not just to act, but to act in concert. Storytelling reveals meaning without committing the error of defining it. Forgiveness is the key to action and freedom.